Fortnite players come in all shapes and all sizes. You know, we got noobs, pros, high grounders, low grounders, even you, sweaty tryhards. Regardless of who you are, it's the best that you know your habits so you can just play around them, right? You know, like if your mind always wants to go for high ground, even if it's like, I don't know, bro, 20 stories up? That's why today, we're gonna be taking a look at a bunch of different scenarios that players experience throughout their Fortnite careers. And depending on how you guys respond, it's gonna show what kind of Fortnite player you are. What's going on, guys? It's the Motivation Guy. That's right, your friend, Keith Allen. Hey, I wanna let you know, I wanna encourage you right now, when you make mistakes, you gotta get back up. Every single time you fall, if you just stay on the ground, if you just complain about the situation, you're never going to improve. So, you gotta learn how to make mistakes, shake it off, and keep it pushing. You guys all have greatness on the inside of you. I'm not just saying that, I truly believe it. I'm rooting for you. I am your #1 fan, all right? Connect with me as soon as you can on my Instagram. I would love to hear from you because this is your time. So come on. So we're gonna have a super fun video today. We're gonna take it to the next level. If you guys haven't liked it already, well, do it now. Hey, I'm gonna wait for you. Hey guys, do not forget to use code PROGUYS in the item shop to support us. Also, if you guys are interested in getting better at Fortnite, then you gotta click the link below to go to PROGUYS.com where you can play with the best players in the world. Sign up for our membership at PROGUYS and you're gonna get a ton of incredible content from the best pro players like Benji and Mongrel. So, if you wanna compete in Fortnite, you have to check out PROGUYS.com and be sure to drop a like on this video to show your support. You know what I mean? Because we strive to bring you guys the best content available. Now sit back, relax, and get my favorite candy. Come on, scream it out right now. That Bunch of Crunch, and let's do this. All right, so the way this is gonna work is simple. You already know if you watched the last video. Well, if you didn't, you better do that as soon as you can. But if you didn't do that for some reason, all right, I still love you. It's all good. We're still friends. Basically, we have to set up a scenario. Stop for a second for you to decide what you would do, and then we're gonna roll the footage. We're gonna break all the possible options and tell you what your decision would tell about your playstyle. Sounds easy, right? All right, well, let's do it. First up, we got Clix playing in the Fortnite Championship Series warm-up in the Finals 2. As usual, he's doing his thing, being Clix and whatnot. Him and the only other teammate alive, Creo, are sitting on a high ground. With 16 players left, this should be easy. But Houston, we have a problem. Some dude decided to RPG them down, and Creo gets bopped. It's up to Clix to get as many points as possible for the team. Now, we're at a little crossroad here. What would you do if you were in Clix's shoes right now? Be honest. Think about it. You got a few seconds. All right, well, let's roll the footage. So Clix decides to drop down, and for good reason too. If you were able to catch how many players were alive when he dropped down, then you, my friend, have amazing eyes. Well, there were 12 people alive, including him. For those who didn't pick that up, it's all good. Don't worry. With 12 people alive, it's absolutely crucial for Clix to survive for as long as possible. Remember, I said this was a tournament, meaning placement points mean everything. If he could survive just a little longer, he would secure a couple extra points. Much better than just going for a Hail Mary frag. And that's exactly what happens. 2 other people die before Clix goes down and he gets 4th place. You know, at 4th place, you get 3 additional placement points. If Clix were to go for a different play, he probably wouldn't have gotten those points. The other option would have been to not drop down, maybe going up a slight bit to another layer. But again, keep in mind the context of the situation, all right? My man Clix only has a few builds to work with and is most definitely going to die if he does not drop down. If Clix were to be a stubborn person and not fight on the low ground for placement, he most likely would not have gotten those few extra points. And who knows, a few points is what these tournaments come down to sometimes. Did you ever watch the World Cup? Some of those players won hundreds of thousands more than each from just a single point. Epic Will could have used 3 extra placement points for a $600,000 pay jump. So yeah, if I was him, I would be hot. Every point matters. If you instinctively thought to go up instead of down when met with this problem, your mind gravitates towards being a high grounder. Yes, that's you, high grounder. Wanting to go down in this scenario means that you like living the low ground life. Both have their advantages, but if you are always trying to go for height, then make sure you have enough resources and teammates to back you up. If you're playing a team game mode, of course. So which were you, a low grounder or a high grounder? All right, well, I guess you know now. Okay, cool. So let's move on into our next scenario. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's switch it up a bit and take a look at our boy Mongrel. You know him for his insane mechanics and game sense, and since he's a ProGuys partner, you can catch some more in-depth videos that he created just for you over at ProGuys.com. How cool is that? Shameless plug, but we gotta do what we gotta do. He's playing in a community squad tournament here, starting first moving zone and realizing that he's under the storm surge threshold. He gets some big shots in a random rotator, down to a maximum of 40 HP. All right, so here's the question, guys. Would you chase after that guy for the kill, knowing you'd probably end up getting it or leave him be? I'm gonna give you a second to think about that. Alright, so now chasing after the kill might seem like the right thing to do. You know, he's super weak after all, and given that they were below on Storm Surge, it doesn't seem like a bad, like a bad plan. But the problem is, my friends, let me break it down. When you're playing a large team game mode, it's absolutely crucial that you have strength in numbers moving into the later zones. Mongrel instead decided to forfeit the opportunity of getting that singular kill to stick with his squad for the entirety of the game. If this guy overcommitted on a single player so early into endgame, and let's say he got third-partied or whatever, anything could happen, his other two teammates would have been absolutely over. In squads specifically, you rely on your teammates having materials to back you up and tunnel when you're out. So, being patient and letting a kill just slip from the cracks paid out in big ways for Mongrel. And the squad, playing a man down the entire endgame, got second place and a handful of kills. And he didn't have to put himself in an unnecessary risk at all throughout the endgame. If you find yourself chasing down the easy kills instead of trying to confirm it from the confines of your tunnel, you're probably a very aggressive, in-your-face type of player. This strategy, let me tell you right now, it can backfire when considering you need to play as a team in certain scenarios, especially when you can't afford losing another man. Playing this one like Mongrel means that you're calm, cool, collected, and like to assess the risk versus reward in certain scenarios. You can plan out your strategies in advance and execute them with discipline. Truly a savant in your craft. It's always good to know what player you are because it makes identifying weaknesses a whole lot easier. Alright, so shifting gears a little bit, we've got FaZe Sway, who by the way won 87 wagers in a row against his fans. Oh my goodness. Talk about making bread, right? My goodness. Either way, I found it interesting how Sway played differently compared to his teammates when they were doing 2v2 zone wars. Sway absolutely commits to fighting for height, but it becomes increasingly apparent that he's not going to get it. Oof. He sticks around for a hot minute, alright? Would you guys still fight for high ground at this point, or would you drop down to regroup with your teammate? I'm gonna give you a second to think about it. Alright, so as you can see, big man Sway over here got chopped down and died to fall damage. He was also sitting in zone for a good bit, so I'm sure if committing so much resources and getting so high off the ground was really that solid of a strategy. But then again, he's FaZe Sway, Creative Warrior King. It's funny because his teammate X corresponds to the other side of the players. You can see him drop down and play smart and fight for high ground in a more tactical way. He eventually gets height without fighting for it nearly as much as Sway had to, and clutches out the last round of wagers to get some easy cash. If you thought continuing to fight for height was the best idea possible, then you, my friend, let me tell you right now, you are a certified creative warrior. It would take a true madman like yourself to actually think that fighting for height at that point was still worth it. But hey, more power to you. If you think that was a good idea, then you're more like X. Less brute forcing your way to high ground, use less mats, and outsmart your opponents. I say that this is a bit more of a conservative, tactical approach. Alright, my friends, the last clip comes from Dr. Lupo. He's attempted a pump stomp and gets into an intense build fight. Unfortunately, because Lupo is a content creator, alright, he doesn't practice at the high level and is unprepared to fight against tough situations. He takes a big fall damage and simultaneously gets spammed by a third party. His opponent is relentless, man, and is pressuring his box. Alright, so let's just stop here and decide. What would you do here? And be honest with yourself, alright? Let's roll the footage. So, if you decided on anything other than making a quick edit on pressuring your opponent, you're probably going to end up like Dr. Lupo here and die. It's not going to be pretty, guys, I'm just saying. But in a game where a split-second decision means life or death, it is what it is. I mean, if you obviously have an HP disadvantage compared to your opponent, you're going to have to make a move. You simply just can't rely on just out-aiming your opponent to get out of this situation. Even if your aim is godly, I don't even care if he's a bot, you still have to hit multiple times as many shots as he has to. And if he gets one lucky shot on you, guess what? You're dead. You gotta catch him off guard instead, and you gotta put the fight in your control. If you decided on making a quick edit the moment that someone pressured Lupo's box, then I have to say, bravo, bravo. You, sir, are a real pro. Quick reaction times and good decision making are indicative and crucial for being at the pro level. And on the other hand, my man Lupo represents what the noobs would have done in this scenario. If you think you would have just crumbled in this spot, just like Lupo did, all right, be real, come on. Then you, my friend, I'm sorry to say, but you are probably a beginner. But don't worry, it's all right, I still love you. We're here for you, man. We're here for you, girl. We got you guys, okay? But I got some good news, all right? If you subscribe to our YouTube channel within the next 5 seconds and watch some of our other videos, you instantly are gonna become a pro. And if you believe me, you're crazy, just to let you know. You think I'm serious? No, of course not, all right? It's gonna take some time, but you will get better, all right? It may take a little more time than usual. Some cases more longer than others, but you got it. All right, so what did we learn today? Players come in all shapes and sizes. And if you find yourself picking options that may not have been too successful, maybe that's due to your playstyle. You know, knowing your playstyle is the first step in actually fixing the issues that come with it. Aggressive player? Great. Just tone it back a little bit when you're in a team-based game where numbers are money. And please do not play with my money. Don't do that. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, this is the Motivation Guy. That's right, your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. Connect with me as soon as you can on my Instagram because I'm posting up vids to inspire you to do the impossible. You gotta believe it though. Do you believe it? Because you're about to do it. We really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to use code PROGUYS when you make any sort of purchases. You know, it just really helps us out and we really do appreciate it. Comment down below what you thought about this video and what you'd like to see next. We aim to bring you guys daily quality content. So do us a favor by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and show PROGUYS.com some love for bringing you this video. Come on now. Thanks for watching. Once again, you already know who it is. Peace.